Hey there, scholars. Do you ever feel like your sentences are too short or too simple? Want to sound more natural or academic in English? Then you need to know about relative clauses. But first, let's make sure we're on the same page. A clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. It can be a complete sentence, or just part of one. She runs every morning. This is a simple clause and is considered a complete sentence, because she was tired. Also a clause, but not a full sentence on its own because of this conjunction. It needs an independent clause to be complete. It can be, she won't be able to come because she was tired. A relative clause gives extra information about a noun. Starts with a relative pronoun like who, which, that, whose, where, or when. Helps you join ideas and avoid repeating words. Let's look at an example. We have these two separate sentences. This is the girl. She won the singing contest. And we can combine them using the relative pronoun who. This is the girl who won the singing contest. Who won the singing contest is the relative clause. Notice that it starts with who, and it tells us which girl. If there are a lot of girls, of course we need to specify which girl. So this clause helps us identify which girl, and that's the girl who won the singing contest. Here are the most common relative pronouns. Who is used to refer to people that are subjects in the sentence. Example, the man who called is my dad. Whom is also used for people, but this time that are object. Example, the woman whom I saw is my aunt. Which is used for things or animals or groups of people or anything non-human. Example, the book which I bought is great. That is also for things. Example, the song that I love is playing. Whose is used to show possession. Example, the girl whose bike was stolen is my classmate. Where is used to refer to places. Example, the house where I grew up has been demolished. When is used for time. The day when we met was special. Notice that these clauses begin with relative pronouns, which is why they are called relative clauses. Also notice that they follow after the nouns they describe or give more information about. There are two types of relative clauses. 1. Defining relative clauses, also called restrictive clauses. They give essential information that define which person or thing we're talking about. They are used with no commas. Example, the student who studies hard will succeed. We need this info to know which student. The book that I borrowed is missing. Which book? The one I borrowed. Not just any book. Without the clause, the meaning changes or isn't clear. 2. Non-defining relative clauses, also called non-restrictive clauses. They add extra information, but the sentence would still make sense without it. We use commas for such clauses. My brother Jeremy, who lives in New York, is visiting. We already know which brother is coming, so the clause who lives in New York is just a bonus detail. This camera, which I got for my birthday, takes amazing photos. And here's an important rule. In non-defining clauses, you can't use that, only who or which. Quick quiz, restrictive or non-restrictive? My uncle, who is a doctor, loves to travel. This clause is non-restrictive, it's extra info, and you see the commas. The doctor who works at the clinic is very kind. Restrictive, we need to know which doctor. Now, can you drop the relative pronoun? Sometimes. If the relative pronoun is the object, you can leave it out. Example, the movie that I watched was amazing. The movie I watched was amazing. But if it's the subject, don't drop it. The man loves cats is here. That's too vague. The man who loves cats is here. Now that is clear. Remember, a clause has a subject and verb. A relative clause adds more detail about a noun. There are two types of relative clauses. 1. Defining restrictive clauses. They give essential info. If we remove them, the sentence would not make complete sense. We do not use commas. 2. Non-defining, non-restrictive clauses. They give extra info. We can remove them, and the sentence still makes complete sense. We use commas. Choose the right relative pronoun. Who, which, that, whose, where, when. Drop the pronoun only if it's the object. If this helped, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe for more grammar made easy. Try writing one defining and one non-defining relative clause in the comments. I'll reply and give you feedback.